This is Good Morning Mumbai, and you're with Hrishi K.
Radio 1.
Absolute honor and privilege to have in the studios Mr. Ajit Wadekar, India's first overseas winning captain. Good morning, sir. Welcome to the show.
Morning.
I've got to tell you, I'm a huge fan, a huge admirer of all your abilities, and my listeners have been waiting for this for a long time. You have just won the Lifetime Achievement Award at the Castrol Awards for Cricketing Excellence. Congratulations. How does it feel?
Thanks a lot. I think somebody should feel honored. I'm feeling great when one gets an award for the whatever services render to the Indian cricket. So I think it's very nice of Castrol actually to think of me, presenting this award, considering me, for this award.
I'm very glad you've also got it because of the kind of strength of character and resilience that you have shown in the past as far as Indian cricket is concerned. Sir, 1971, you were captain of that first overseas cricket series win. This was a team which had the spin quartet, Venkatraghavan, Prasanna, Chandrasekhar, Bedi. What were your thoughts when you set sail for England initially?
I think when I was chosen as the captain and that too on a casting vote of the chairman, the people had a little, people, public, and maybe I think to some extent media also had a little bit of doubt about me being captain of the Indian team for the first time. Of course, I had captain earlier in Bombay team for nearly 3 or 4 years. So I knew what captaincy, and I knew also, how hard actually we played. But of course, before that, actually, I had lovely experience playing under the captaincy of Nawab Patodi. And I think my career blossomed because of Patodi. And the team was chosen. Little doubts, I think, were raised in the sense that team didn't seem to have experience, in the sense that we had good number of youngsters to start with. And Sunil Gavaskar, J.R. Vishwanath, then Eknath Solkar, then Jain Tila. They never had any good fast bowlers to exploit so-called fast wickets of the West Indies. And Sunil was making just his debut. So the other side of this team was a little bit experienced, of course, but maybe on the side of, over the hill. So I thought exactly that how to go about it. The best way is to, utilize whatever sources you have. I used to do a little bit of SWOT analysis, and it did help me. So I thought what could be our strength and all, and it's like you said, I think it's a spin quartet, and they were the best of that kind exactly. And or we must take the advantage of the greatest spinners we had in our side. But to support them exactly, you require a little bit of fielding. I mean, quite a good fielding, especially catching. And we basically the practice matches we concentrated much more on that. And then Sunil Gavaskar wasn't hurt exactly. I knew the potential because he played under my captaincy in the Bombay team, and I knew what kind of guy was that. He had everything to be a legend. I knew the potential of the batting line also a little bit. Only thing to get best out of it was my problem. And then to meet West Indies, in West Indies it's not a joke. And that too being led by the greatest Gary Sobers. Basically he was my idol. When we landed there, rather, I had to tell him that, listen Gary, I just adore you. You're the greatest left-hander, all-rounder I come across. But I think on the field, I think we'll be enemies. Typically, he said, exactly like you, he laughed after that was the way when we started. And then we started winning these practice matches, I think, and that kept on giving us the confidence.
I'm going to come back and chat some more with ex-India captain Ajit Wadekar, a legend in his lifetime, and very, very privileged here to have him. Don't go anywhere, 94.3 Radio 1.
This is Good Morning Mumbai, and you're with Hrishi K.
Radio 1.
Illustrious list of award winners at the Castrol Lifetime Achievement Award. Vijay Hazare, then Paulie Umbrigar, the great B.S. Chandrasekhar, Sunny Gavaskar, Kapil Dev, Erapalli Prasanna, R. Vishwanath, and Mohindra Amarnath, and now, of course, the wonderful Ajit Wadekar. Remember, 1971, nobody gave us a chance in hell, and he went there and he created the magic, that one-love victory against England at the Oval, the defining rubber. Sir, I believe initially when you went to England, they checked you into a not-so-great hotel, but by the end of the series, when you had beaten England, they had upgraded you. Talk about that.
Well, I think it was the case with the Indian team in the sense that board did not have that much money. It hasn't gotten commercialized. It wasn't professional. And so naturally, I think we were put in the hotel, I think, which was supposed to have been sabotage or something like that.
Oh, gosh.
Terribly small little rooms and all. And then, of course, then I had to talk to our High Commissioner down there, Mr. Appa Pant, and in turn he talked to the finance minister, and then we were moved.
So complicated,
that's
my
right,
God.
but in a better hotel. That's okay, exactly. We'd gone there to play cricket and all, but which we could not be, at a disadvantage when it comes to the accommodation or food problem. That's the reason we had to complain, and luckily, I think they listened to us.
Jasimha was, a dear friend of the Nawab Patodi. He had also been, in that particular team. So your relationship with ML, how you both brought the team together.
Jai and me were absolutely close chums. Whenever I used to play in Hyderabad, invariably every evening I had to spend with him and all, at his place and all, over a glass of beer, of course. Whether he would come to Bombay, he would spend a lot of time with me in the evening. So that was kind of a friendship, exactly. And we used to admire each other because I used to get a lot of runs against Hyderabad in particular.
I'm sure he didn't enjoy that.
Yeah, but he did appreciate it. And he was a great help. In fact, West Indies. In England, of course, he wasn't there. Salim Durrani who came in. But Salim Durrani also wasn't there. He was in West Indies. But he was a great help. He wasn't in much of form, exactly. And I had to tell him that, listen, Jay, I think we feel so-called think tank, that you have to get back into form, so you have a race for the next match. He himself was to come to me and tell me exactly to drop me from this match, let the youngster play. But he kept on, giving me advice, exactly. In fact, it's mucher when you have an experienced player, watching us from outside, and we get to know exactly what's happening on the field. And he was a great help to me.
In conversation with Ajit Wadekar, the legendary Ajit Wadekar, he has just won the Lifetime Achievement Award. It's for cricketing excellence. These are very, very prestigious awards, recognize the past, present and future of Indian cricket, and 12th year of the awards where Mr. Wadekar has won. Up ahead, we're going to talk about his career as chairman of selectors, as also a coach, manager of the Indian cricket team. Don't go anywhere.
This is Good Morning Mumbai, and you're with Hrishi K.
Radio 1.
Mr. Ajit Wadekar is my special guest today, captain of Mumbai, captain of West Zone, captain of India, when the Indian team first turned around their fortunes. During the Mohammad Azharuddin era, when he was captain of India, you were our coach, manager. Talk about those years. What is it that you really achieved in terms of quality input and addition to the team, experiences from those years?
Well, I came at the time when Indian team wasn't doing well. They'd just come back from Australia and they lost badly. That's one. Number two is that the tour was when I was appointed as a coach, that's cricketing manager, they used to call it, that India was touring South Africa for the first time. And, the apartheid and all this kind of relations and something. So it's not only playing cricket, but one has to be a little bit diplomatic.
Correct,
You have to have the kind of relations, exactly, and try to improve on it. So that was quite tricky also. But it so happened that that's a tour exactly when I noticed that Indian team had a tremendous potential. We had Azharuddin, we had Kapil Dev, so Anil Kumble, so many very talented players. Somehow or other, exactly, they were not a little bit serious, maybe. And that's where I tried to, have this discipline, implemented, try to...
No, but that has been the case, Mr. Wadekar, across the passage of time, except in the current generation, where physical fitness has not been given that much importance in Indian cricket, in the past at least, yeah?
Just have a little bit of warming up,
Yeah, Sunny Gavaskar used to say that. Take a few rounds of the park.
Yeah, and halfway you would go back.
No gym and lifting weights.
That's right. Yeah, but then he would spend more time on the field, exactly, on batting.
Yeah.
So he would like to make it up that. Did that. But I mean, that was kind of, attention exactly we used to give the fitness and or to be absolutely bodily fit and all. I mean, of course, then we started having a physio when we had a domestic series against England. And there I inducted, I implemented this code of conduct a little bit, I think, because every evening, I think the players used to go and, out and all something.
Yeah, party and things like that.
Party,
Correct.
but it's not exactly party, but I think allowances were very less.
Ah.
If the guests are asking you for dinner and also you save on food.
Local Indians across the world.
That's
Correct.
right. But subconsciously or unconsciously, I think it does affect your concentration and proper attention on this thing, on the game. And that's it. I think I put a stop to it, not fully full stop, but official functions. Yes, you could attend, but otherwise no, actually, and more serious on fielding because I was good at slip fielding. That's what everyone says. So I think everyone should be like that, and we had great fielder like Azruddin and all that, and that's where the Sachin also, who was there. That's another legend, So it's really, I mean, get them together and get their best out of actually was my first duty, and I think I did manage because England was supposed to be a very good team, and they came with a reputation that they will, just give us a thorough,
thrashing,
whitewash, and but it went other way actually.
I'm in conversation with Mr. Ajit Wadekar, and he's just being modest. The best slip fielder in the world at one point of time. In 1971, your catch really turned the tide of that particular test match, which is why we were able to win the series and go one lap up in our first ever overseas victory. When we come back, I'm going to talk about his tenure as chairman of selectors.
This is Good Morning Mumbai, and you're with Hrishi K.
Radio 1.
We're talking cricket today. Ajit Wadekar, India's first overseas winning captain, is my guest in studio, winner of the Lifetime Achievement Award at the Castrol Awards for Cricketing Excellence. I want to know about your tenure as chairman of selectors. Now, you yourself said that the casting vote to make you captain was, I think, Mr. Vijay Merchant, wasn't he?
Very true.
And he was noted for saying that I put my vote for Ajit Wadekar because of his temperament. Because, when things are going wrong, things are going right, his temperament is even. And Sani Gavaskar has said that to me also in an interview, saying the beautiful aspect of playing under you were always cool and calm under pressure. As chairman of selectors, what was your criterion at that point of choosing the kind of players you did? And who are some of the notable players who owe their careers to you, as in you chose them?
I think I'll go a little bit further exactly about the casting vote for my captaincy in the sense that Vijay Merchant later on, and it came and told me, I think I did, vote for you. He was a businessman. I said, I got to get a result. I mean, that was more, impressive, impressing on me exactly. As a chairman of the selection committee, I think it was really good actually to see the talent and all. And then I tried to change a little bit of procedure in the sense that, before the selection committee starts, they used to have discussion, one-to-one level and all, but I stopped it. I said, you come prepared to the selection committee and let's have opinion. There's no sense, this chap is good, that chap is good, you have your player or something like that. So instead of that, I think we sit together, we talk about each player because somebody is coming from his zone.
Correct.
And you would know their players because I had not gone to watch the matches when his zone is playing or the state's playing. But we must come out with your recommendation, and so we can have a little bit of good substitute or good reserve force also. And that was my idea. But it was really good, when I had players of caliber of Madan Lal and Anshuman Gaikwad and G.R. Vishwanath with me when I was a cricketing manager, and they were other selectors also with me when I was the chairman, and they really great cooperation actually I got it. And then I could see exactly why India was having a good future then. I think we see that bearing fruit now exactly because we won against West Indies for the first time, we won against England for the first time. The only country country was left was Australia. And that's what exactly this Chand has done that.
Yeah.
Right. So I think that's where our dream was fulfilled. He's a great guy, but I think.
Absolutely. There is more conversation with him on 94.3 Radio 1. Don't go anywhere.
This is Good Morning Mumbai, and you're with Hrishi K.
Radio 1.
I'm in conversation with ex-India captain Ajit Wadekar. Well, actually, along with Lala Amarnath, he is the only cricketer to hold the post of coach manager, captain of Indian cricket team, as well as chairman of selectors. So many different hats that you've worn, sir.
Not bad.
No, not bad. Putting it very, very modestly. Sunny Gavaskar really was a phenomenon. And like you said, you put your faith behind him. He started firing even before Sachin Tendulkar, the first superstar ever. Talk about your relationship with Sunny then and now, and how it's changed over the years.
Well, I don't think it would ever change, I think. It will remain the same in the sense that when he played under me, when I was the captain of the Bombay team, then I could see that kind of talent in him. But before that, we played all this local cricket against each other. I used to play for Shivaji Park, and he used to play for the other Union, and that's where exactly we used to meet in the final. It used to be always battle of roses, Yorkshire versus Lancashire, and on the field exactly. I mean, we would just fight it out and all, and play with all the grit and all to exactly to prove our supremacy. And then we played as a team together for Bombay, and he knew that he would get a good support or good by Legion doesn't require any support or help basically, but in the sense that I am with him and I'll always be with him. And the first Test series itself exactly, it was his debut Test cricket, Test arena, and that's the way he kept on creating records and records. And if at all we could win in West Indies, I think for the first time, it's basically because of Sunny exactly.
Those 774 runs.
No other opinion.
Yeah.
And then of course it started with Dilip Sardesai, but Sunny took over, and then
I think Mr. Sardesai and him combined made some 1,400 or 500 runs together.
That's
it was
right,
unbelievable. Yeah.
More than 80% of what we scored actually. That was great.
And of course, the apple of our eye, Sachin Tendulkar. Talk about how he meets you, greets you, your opinion of him, please.
Well, I think I was lucky to be the manager, to be associated with him, and his another colleague, exactly, Vinod Kamli.
Who never lived up to his potential, unfortunately. Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose so, exactly. In the school, they said he was much better and all something. But
Yeah, sometimes I watch those two double hundreds, and I feel, my God,
That's right.
the kind of strokes he was capable of.
Very true.
What really went wrong? Was it just application, discipline?
Well, it's amazing, exactly. He didn't learn from the friendship actually he had with Sachin. And what he says that application, the determination, the devotion, I mean, that kind of qualities which Sachin possessed exactly, which he didn't have it. But they were absolutely quite chummy and all, right from the school. But Sachin is such a person, I mean, a wonderful person, completely modest, absolutely witty. He got a lot of jokes on Sardarji's.
I must ask you about that.
A little bit later. But it's so close exactly. Then sometimes I used to get really mad at him in the sense that for losing his wicket, a little bit, I mean, which hardly happens. And then he used to come, sir, tell me how many centuries you have got. I mean, that's that kind of a relation exactly. This is really great thing. And then while I was finding it a little bit as a coach, we are it's a balancing act and all, and something where you lose a control over or you lose a lot of wickets and all something. And then I had to tell Sachin exactly listen, Sachin, you got to be there. He said, no problem, sir. I'll be there as long as you want me and all. I mean, he just, I think, full of confidence about himself exactly.
Correct.
And a great relation, and we still maintain that.
One last leg of a conversation with Sri Ajit Wadekar. He is ex-India captain, a sports administrator, man who's devoted his entire life to the game. Don't go anywhere. 94.3 Radio 1.
This is Good Morning Mumbai, and you're with Hrishi K.
Radio 1.
Mr. Ajit Wadekar is my special guest today. He's just won the Lifetime Achievement Award, and I want to talk about that also. Why is it that Bollywood has so many award shows and cricket has only one or two of them? The Castrol Cricket Awards for Cricketing Excellence. Talk about the awards and everything that goes into the making of these awards.
Basically, I think we are not shown that much on the screen. At a smaller screen. Ours is larger, 75 yards away from
Very well put.
So we are not close to, the audience or spectators or the crowd and all that. So you feel a little bit safe and all. But we have got awards, and Cricket Control Board also has instituted a lot of awards and all, and with this now financially, monetarily, now they're absolutely safe and much better off and all, they do encourage. But I think it's good like corporates like Castrol or Seat and all, they come forward on their own to honor or recognize, the services rendered by not only the present cricketers, not only the future cricketers, but also the past cricketers. So that's kind of recognition is really something, which morale boosting, and it gives you a kind of more, more feeling, to be, to keep on serving this royal
I'm just
game.
curious to know, when is it that we are going to build green tops? We got routed, the current team in England as well as Australia. I mean, the argument could be that they build green tops, they build hard wickets, and we build, turners, and we've just beaten New Zealand. But are we ever going to consistently start winning abroad? Do we need to look at the wickets that we build internally to aid fast bowlers so that we have a whole new generation of fast bowlers? Your thoughts on that, sir?
I think it's not that. I think the present team is really good. I think they've been playing in and out, and they're really super batsmen. I mean, starting with Gautam and Sehwag and
Virat,
all these the foursomes. Like they have some like Sachin and VVS Lakshman, Rahul and Saurav Ganguly, and now this big captain by Dhoni. Now he's a calm, coolest and very calm, captain, according to me. And it's only, I think, bad scheduling. I think that went wrong. This ICC scheduling, half the team was playing in West Indies and half the team came from England, and they had only one practice game in England. I think which is not sufficient. It required about a month's time or a month's cricket, to get acclimatized to those conditions. Those are entirely different. And then you got to unite also. When 8 players coming from West Indies, 8 players coming from India and all, so they got to get united again, actually, though they may be knowing, but I think it's keeping playing cricket all along, exactly, it does help. You get to know, actually, others' point of view and what kind of a weakness or strength they have got. But I think that's exactly happened, and same thing happened in Australia too. It's a bad scheduling. It's not that exactly, but I think it's too much of cricket also. I don't think we got any problem with the green wickets. We are very well equipped as far as batting lineup is concerned, and I think it's very essential.
You think that VVS Lakshman retired at the right time, because he was technically chosen to play in the test matches against New Zealand, but after the team was announced, he turned around and announced his retirement. So you think it's the right time for him to go, or he could have stayed on?
Well, I think he could have stayed on, but I think it's better, like you asking why. Why is he going out? Instead of thinking, why is he not going out?
Yeah, I'm sure there are those also.
That's right, but I think it's a good time it's chosen. But I think he wasn't decided, I think, till the last minute, and then suddenly he thought exactly a lot of youngsters are coming up and all, young crop is coming up. And he is maybe perhaps, I think, with his age advancing and all something, maybe fitness might be coming in the way, and it's better to give it a chance to the youngster, and that's how Pujara got a chance to get 100, I think, superb 100.
Mr. Ajit Wadekar, it's been an absolute honor and pleasure and privilege to have you on 94.3 Radio 1. Many congratulations again for winning the Lifetime Achievement Award at the Castrol Awards for Cricketing Excellence, sir.
Thank you very much.